Oh, my audio decided it broke. That's really good going, isn't it? I must have hit it in the midst of getting ready. So, happy Shenmue Day, everybody. Hope you're all doing well. We have trended over on X this morning. I'm waiting to see whether it trends over this afternoon into the evening. If anybody notices that, please do pop it in the Discord. Across on Blue Sky, we have trended for most parts of the day, actually starting early this morning, coming into the afternoon, and once again we have trended again this evening as well. So that is fantastic news as well. So you're probably wondering where James is, and James is currently on a train back from Edinburgh, having sorted out all his visa bits and pieces for his move to Japan. So he is somewhere in the midst of the United Kingdom on a train home at the moment. So I don't quite know where he is, but all the same, hope the journey home is safe, James. He's in the chat. I have seen him pop in there as well. Before we dive into the news, let's see who we've got in with us today, and then we'll dive into some news. So going back up to the top of the chat, I can see Ginger Fairy's in, Mike Franz is in, Shenmue Fan, I can see Civil Wyvern, Sean Hastings, Clunky Mage, who is running mod for me tonight over on YouTube. Thank you, man, for doing that. McWork. I can see, I recognise the name, but haven't seen you for a while. Super Sailor Moon R is in. Coming down, Dan Fisher's in. Skill Jim is in. I don't know who that is. Sean Hastings is in as well. Cristiano Santana is in. Coming a bit further down the chat here, I can see Vivi Gamer's in. And I can see Scribes in, Shenmue Park is in, Shenmue Village is in, Luke 19989 is in, GG is in as well. Coming a bit further down, Nick of Heavens is in, and Sam I Am has popped in as well. Thank you for joining us. And for anybody who haven't seen or spoken to yet, our YouTuber's in as well. Just seen the name pop up. Shenmue Day left me speechless. Yeah, to be fair, I'll take that one. I'll take that one on the chin. And Zobalushi is in, and Muse Store is in as well. Strictly Sega Europe as well, guys. Thank you so much for dropping in on the stream tonight. So first and foremost, we're going to go through some bits of Shenmue news, and then I am going to be playing some Shenmue 3 across the evening. It's a nice relaxed stream, nice chill out stream for today, and then we'll see how things go. So let's hit the news section first and foremost. So I guess most of you would have seen this by now, but we're going to repeat this just in case anybody's coming across this channel for the first time tonight. Shenmue 3 Enhanced Edition was announced by Inning Games a couple of weeks ago. Coming up on the screen right now will be the press release that they popped up. There we are. As you can see here, it's the press release. This came out on the 18th of August. And you can see here that there was the announcement around Shenmue 3 Enhanced Edition, which is coming out potentially on Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series console, with upgrades from the PlayStation 4 to PlayStation 5 version. And on PC version, you'll get an upgrade path as well. The big thing that everybody was obviously wondering is what features are going to be in play here. Now, I'm not going to go into them in full detail. You can watch the video for all of that if you want to. But we're going to get enhanced graphics, 4K textures, DLSS, increased NPC density, which in the Hourwoo I think was an absolute must. Classic camera mode, I think the most sought after thing that people wanted within Shenmue 3, especially on consoles, bearing in mind nobody had access to the mods that Team Walinshu put together because they were obviously PC only. That is now going across the console, so that's fantastic. Some gameplay tweaks, such as the stamina system is going to be slowed down and tweaked. You're going to get health restoration before fights, which is a really good move. And reduced money barriers as well. Improved interactions. So the biggest thing here is the QTE timing window is going to be made less difficult, which quite frankly was an absolute must. Menu and UX enhancements, and everything is optional for all of those settings and things that have been announced by Inning Games. Now, I will go on record in thanking Inning Games. So we've got Heiko and Felix over there, who have been nothing but great sports with the Shenmue community, have been brilliant, accessible, answered lots of questions from us. And furthermore, we did a show with them over at Gamescom, which I'm going to pop the link into right now. We had a good probably hour, James and I had with them over at Gamescom. And we asked questions that the community wanted answering. I won't go through them here because there's quite a few of them. It'll take a long time. Check out that video if you haven't done so. Everything is in there for that side of things as well. On top of that, at Gamescom, James did a very well put together Gamescom vlog detailing his time from getting on the plane, landing, the Tuesday, the Wednesday, and I think some of the Thursday at Gamescom as well. I make a very special guest appearance for about 35 seconds because I was in and out of Gamescom like anything. To be fair, it was a bit of a rush around, but James has edited together a really good vlog there, so go and check that out if you haven't done so. The link will be popping up in the chat in a second for you. There we go. And then the last little bit of news, I guess, around Gamescom before I sort of talk a little bit about that as well, is that we have a Gamescom podcast coming up. We're aiming for the 15th of September on Radio Sega and the 16th of September over on YouTube, Spotify, and all your good podcast providers as well. So that's going to be going over our time there, a bit of discussion around the announcements, how things went, just all of that in one bit. Nice podcast for everybody to listen to. It's about 2 hours, I think, what James was telling me. He's finished editing the audio. I'm going to start work on the video this weekend, hopefully. And while on the ground at Gamescom, it was fantastic. I'm sure James would attest to that as well if he was here. We met a few Shenmue fans on the ground, which was brilliant. Really, really humbling as well to see so many Shenmue fans there, knowing the website, knowing the community, and going, oh, yeah, we want Shenmue 4. We're behind this, and talking about Shenmue 4, Shenmue 3 Enhanced. We also, well, James rather, met Dream On, who is one of the Shenmue accounts, and he's given James some cool items as well. Now, obviously, compared to Gamescom 2024, when I was out there, no Shenmue release, got some Shenmue chat, and it was really cool. But going out there covering a Shenmue release was a different kettle of fish, very intense, a lot of hard work. And I will place on record, I've said this before, that my wife allowed me out there given we've got a 3-month-old at home. So that was very, very much appreciated to get out there and support James in getting things done on the ground there as well. Fingers crossed, everybody. Fingers crossed we get ourselves a Shenmue 4 announcement to go with Gamescom 2026. That would be the dream, to cover a Shenmue 4 release out there. Can you imagine something like Opening Night Live or just an announcement on the way through Gamescom? That would just, I think, be the icing on the cake here. So that's all the Shenmue news I have for now. So we're going to dive into a little bit of Shenmue 3. Nice chill stream, have a bit of a chat, see how things are going. Obviously towards the end of the week, we've got one more working day left, thank God. Bit of a crazy week, and we're just going to enjoy some Shenmue 3. And we're going to talk about what features people really wanted out of this enhanced edition. I will caveat things as well, that things like story and combat system aren't in the scope of the project. They need far more work than the scope of the project will allow. But look at the features that have been announced. Are you happy with what's there? Is there anything else that you would like? And also, what's your opinion on the Kickstarter rewards being released to everyone as part of this enhanced edition? Just an interesting question there. We ran a poll on it earlier this week, and the results were very, very much in favour of everybody having them. I was very surprised by that, but in a good way. But what's everybody's thoughts in chat as well? And the last thing I will say before I boot up the game is, if anybody sees the hashtag Let's Get Shenmue 4 trending, do let me know. I'm going to quickly check on X before we crack underway. So let's see if this bloody works. Not at the moment, but that's not to say it hasn't, and I haven't seen it, because X's algorithm is a complete clusterfuck of a mess. But we'll leave that there. Right, let's get Steam booted up, and let's play some Shenmue 3, people. How is everybody doing tonight? What have you been up to? What games have you been playing? I know Silksong released today, but how is everybody over in chat? And let's get some gaming going. So let's have a look what we've got here in chat. Vivi's saying that you found the combat system sufficient, like the toggle buttons. That's great. GG's replaying Shenmue 3 again, as nailing the QTE's first try. Maybe it's because I'm not drinking anymore. I wish I had that excuse for the QTEs. But yes, I've no idea that. I just think the windows on them were insanely difficult. So let's go over to my other screen, and hopefully the game will be popping through shortly. There we go. And let me unpause the chat in my notes there. As ever, guys, let me know if the audio's all okay and it's not too loud or too quiet, and we'll dive through. Let's just load the game. Let's start from Bailu somewhere. Go from there, I think. So looking at chat, I can see someone finished Claire Obscure. Not played it. Be interested to see what it's like, but I'm just not going to get around to it, I don't think. See someone playing a bit of Sword of Sea. I haven't played that. Clunky's downloaded Mafia Definitive Edition to try it out next. Mafia, the first game's really good. I'm playing through the old country at the moment. Decent game, actually. Thoroughly enjoying it. It's just having the time to play it. I'm just going to adjust my camera a tiny bit. There we go, it's a bit better. Right, so let's see where we are. Go to the Rainbow Basin. Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater. I am going to play that. I played the played a demo of it at Gamescom, Joseph, and I thought it was really good. I only played a snapshot of it, but I've seen that there's been a lot of technical issues with it certainly on consoles, less so on PC, but still on PC. I don't care. It's a great game. I loved it on PlayStation 2 back in the day. Right, let's go and do a bit of Kung Fu. Oh, excuse me. Been a long old day. Let's have a look through. What's weird about it, Vivi? I'm just interested. I know it's got some issues. I'm just interested to know. Here's a question for chat while we're here. What's the first feature from the Enhanced Edition you're going to put on? Obviously, the graphics and stuff, they will be there all the time. But are you going to have the stamina sorted out? Are you going to be going for the classic camera? What are you going to be going for? Let's do a bit of training and we'll do a bit of fighting. I forgot I'd already mastered it, but never mind. I like 1-inch punch anyway. So, strictly say Europe, they didn't say anything about a PS5 Pro upgrade. I think it would just be a straight PS4 to PS5 upgrade. It doesn't mean you won't benefit from the extra horsepower in a PlayStation 5 Pro, but I don't think you're going to get a specific Pro patch, if that makes sense. Lots of people in there going classic camera. I think, like I said, I think it's probably the most sought after thing going, actually. Oh, wrong button. So Luke, the stamina system... My brain's not working. The stamina system isn't going to be completely removed, just so I can make that clear, but it is going to be slowed down quite a lot. So I don't know what the rate is. I'd have to look at it, but especially when you're running, it can deplete quite quickly, especially when it's low. So if you are then taking that off, I'm anticipating it should be at least halved, like in terms of the speed. So it's a lot slower, but I don't know. Let's have a fight. But yes, lots of people after classic camera. The extra NPCs in the air with Clunky is going to be good, I think. Just because it'll feel more alive, which is one of the big criticisms of it. There we go. Boom. Not anymore, Vivi. You will not get walloped with 2 bars of health. You'll have whatever health is in there. So if you've got a full load of health like I've got here, you'll walk into a fight with a full load of health, and then it'll come back to whatever you were in the open world exploration. So we're not sure in terms of who's making what. We know ININ are leading the project and everything goes through WiseNet. They have weekly meetings. I think that was mentioned in another interview that was put out, I think by Sega Mags, I want to say. So they are, WiseNet are very much involved, but I don't know how hands-on they are, if that makes sense. That's better. Is the audio alright, everyone, by the way? I haven't seen anybody comment on it, so I'm guessing it's okay. Down you go. There we go. Have some sweet chin music. Eat some garlic, which I'm sure will be a distant memory in the enhanced edition. Brilliant, thank you. And hey Richard, welcome in. Long time no see. You doing well, man? Right, let's kick White Tiger's ass. Yosef, does anybody know if they sell a figurine of Nozomi? So there's no official figurine of Nozomi out there, to my knowledge. However, I'm sure you can probably get one made on a custom deal. Ah, down you go. Idris, I had a weird liking for the stamina system. I thought it added a dimension of realism. I can see the point. I just think the way it was implemented probably wasn't quite what most people would want, in that I think it should affect certain attributes rather than your ability to run round. But to do that would have needed a bigger overhaul than I think we'd get with the enhanced edition. And I was reading, I think it was either on the forums or the Discord, that actually some people were saying they prefer the training in Shenmue 3 because it has more of a direct impact on the game itself. Whereas in Shenmue 1, you can get through the whole game without training. Shenmue 2 training is pretty much non-existent. So I do wonder what people's thoughts on that are as well. Ah, you bugger. Come on. Have it. Let's go for the big finish. There we go. Down you go. Hashtag Let's Get Shenmue 4 is in the top 15 trending phrases on Blue Sky again. That is fantastic news. I'm really pleased to hear that's exactly what we're looking for. So we have made it now 17 months in a row on X, and I don't know how many months on Blue Sky. I haven't been counting, but again, a fantastic achievement from everybody in the Shenmue community who comes out month after month after month backing this. Without you backing it, we're screwed. But let's carry on. Let's go to the Rainbow Basin. And let's have ourselves another fight, I reckon. And we might do some wood chopping while we're at it. There's nothing like a good bit of wood chopping. Oh, Christ, James, no. Don't Google that. GG, I quite enjoy the training as well. Honestly, I really love Shenmue 3. Sure, it's not as epic as the first two, but I really do enjoy it. I think that's very fair. Very, very fair. Right, let's... Have we got any moves to buy? So one feature that is going to come, I think, in this is buying moves. So currently, in the 2019 release, when you buy a move, it doesn't appear as a check mark on the shop. So if I bought this move, for example, I've got plenty of money, so let's just buy it. So you check it off, like that. And I'm going to buy the other one. Actually, I don't need that one because I already got it. That's because I know it. So buy that one, hit Y, come out. But then let's go back to the shop, and you'll see my point. So there we are. See, it hasn't been checked off, but you've all seen me buy it, which creates its own issue. So in the enhanced edition, that is going to have a little check mark or something to let you know that you've bought that move and therefore not waste money on it, which is fantastic. And also for those of you who are talking about the 1,000 Fish Trophy, because this is going to be a separate release and SKU over on PlayStation and Steam and everything, it will then mean that it will have its own trophy set, and some of the trophies are going to be tweaked, which is pretty good as well. Let's do some wood chopping. And job. Welcome in, Ren of Heavens. Good to see you. I do have to say, Blue Sky has some random things that trend on there. It's not quite as bad as X, but it's still a bit funny. I guess that's social media for us. Play some lucky hit as well, I reckon. Oh, come on. There we go. Right, let's go for the excellent. Come on. Oh! And I agree, Vivi. All these little quality of life things will make a massive difference to the game and how it handles, and I think hopefully how it's received. Ultimately, we want a Shenmue 4 out of this. There we go. Now we're in business. What are you saying, Sean? You didn't get the 1,000 fish? Disgraceful. And Clunky, I'm going to make a point on the grindiness of the training here. Not long after I played Shenmue 3, I played Yakuza 7 Like a Dragon. I had to think of the name there for a minute. And that has a point where you have to train to progress the story, because the level jump between where you should be in the game and the next level of the bosses is ridiculous. That didn't get criticised for this, but Shenmue 3 does for its training system. I always found that a little bit weird, maybe. But anyway, I'll leave that there. Oh, Faraway Gaming is in as well. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. If there are other tweaks and ideas, guys, obviously talk about them. Let us know. We can certainly pass them on. I can't promise everything will be put in, but at the same time, if we don't ask, we don't get, right? And that's the whole point. Oh, I remember those ones, Ruchi. They were a bit of a pain in the ass. Like, you just sit there making them, and eventually you might get lucky. Let's do a bit of lucky hit. Speaking of lucky. I do have tokens. Excellent. Welcome in, Chris, over on Twitch. Hope you're doing well, man. Easy money now. Do you know what? It was even easier money, but they patched it out. So if you play the non-patched version, so 1.0, I can't remember when they patched it out. There was a patch that patched out this little money hack, so you could earn like shed loads of money really quickly by selling books in the Aowu. I can't remember what the patch was, but if you on the disc version, essentially, if you don't patch it, you've got a money hack there. Yes, Buddha statue's clunky as well. I remember that. There's a lot there. You could sort of make a lot of money fairly quickly. The quickest way I always found out, so those little hacks, was always herb selling. I really like that. Ah, so Shenmue World Issue 4. I'll let James comment on that, but I'm sure that'll be in the pipeline at some point once the move to Japan sorted and everything else. I'm pretty sure James will do one. Hey, Philly Joe too. Welcome in. Ah. So far, we have tried for anime too. We just sort of dump them in here and there as well. It's been going for a little while, but I think we'd probably, being honest, have more chance of Shenmue 4 than anime 2 at this point in time. Which is sad, actually, because I think a season 2 of the anime would be very well received, especially after the first one. I know there would be a group, and I can understand it, who want to play the games first and experience that story first. But it was always a good alternative that unfortunately got binned off because of a WBD merger, which ironically they've now unmerged. Don't know why. Buddha Fingers, welcome in. First time chat. Who's my favourite character? Ooh. That's a toughie. My immediate thought was probably Ren or Zhuing outside of Ryo. So taking Ryo away because obviously he's the main character. I think there's a lot of mystery around Zhuing I quite like. I like Ren just for his attitude. Followed by Shenhua, I think, would be in that some sort of order, I guess. And welcome in. Right, let's try and win some lucky hit, and then we're going to go over to the Rainbow Basin, I think. Oh, I must have broke it. To be fair, the reason we got the anime was down to Jason DeMarco and having a chat with Sega and seeing what IP they had available to make and do stuff with. And he's a big Shenmue fan. I don't know if he's still active on social media, actually. It's a shame if he's not, because he was very, very instrumental in getting the anime off the ground. And a very good anime at that, in my opinion. Cool Z as well with his boombox. Ah, damn it. I forget how hot these rooms get when your PC's blasting heat. Gotta do another one. Do you know what, James? I think you're right. I can't remember the tier list. That caused controversy. that stream. It was a good fun stream though. You're making a 3D print of Landy. Okay, I'll be interested to see how that comes out. And speaking of, like, I guess, merch a little bit, I see a few people mention that they're getting some of the limited run game stuff, which is great. Mine won't be here because I'm getting it all in one hit, which is a little bit upsetting. And also, if anybody hasn't, there's the Shenmue figgies that you can get from figgies.com, where you can get Ryo, Ren, Shenhua, and Landy. And if you're lucky, you might get one of the chasers, which I've seen Blessed Strife over on X has bought a lot of them, trying to go for those. I've done a few sort of purchases on those as well, but nowhere near as many as some. Hey, I've won. Oh, welcome in, Splash Breeze. Just a note, actually. I will mention this in a second. That Splash came up with a really good idea of how we can promote the lead up to the Shenmue 3 Enhanced release. I've done a video on it. I will put the link in the chat a bit later. But a lot of those ideas came from Splash. Brilliant ideas in there of how we can get sort of eyes on Shenmue 3 Enhanced, like wish listing, social media posting, those sorts of things, which is really cool. So I popped a video. I think it came out last Saturday. Jonathan Barb, do we know if they're going to expand the forklift section? I would say probably not. And Clunky just answered that as well, so thank you for that. just had the sub from Daily Gaming Videos. Thank you so much for the sub. Who is on now on a 34-month streak, which is fantastic. Thank you so much. And if anybody you want to subscribe via Twitch, absolutely free to do so. Over on YouTube, if you want to be a member, you get, for £2 a month, you get all the videos ahead of the release schedule. So everything we release is normally on a weekly schedule to Saturdays, but you'll get all the videos ahead of time outside of the podcasts that we do and things that we can't quite talk about, but everything else you will get. And anything that's made in terms of money goes towards the site running costs, and it also goes towards the competitions that James and I have put on over the time as well. If anybody fancies doing that, obviously hit that membership button over on YouTube, or go and hit that sub button over on Twitch. And all of it is much appreciated, because a lot of this comes out of our own pockets. Not at all, Splash. They're your ideas, mate. So I just stole them for a video. But brilliant ideas all the same. I'll be interested to see what the ideas are when the pages are up, actually. I think there's a nice structure to all of that. Thank you to Sean Hastings, who's just become a member over on YouTube. Much appreciated. Thank you so much. Member for 21 months. I think been in and out of being a member. So thank you for all of that time of being a member. Master Bio, yeah, he is badass. James has made a good point there. If you have Amazon Prime and don't use up your free Twitch sub perk, chuck it our way. Do I think they will amend the 9 PM forcing Rhea to go to bed? I don't know. I don't know. We can ask. We can ask. I'll make my drink in a minute. I'm gonna kick these guys' asses.
Oh my god. 何をしてるんだ?
なんだてめえは。
お前らがジョさんの家を襲ったゴロつきか。
何者だお前。
お前たちこそ何者だ。何の目的でこの村を荒らしている。
Yeah, I sleep on the sub as well.
おい。このガキやっちまえ。
I really ought to use it more. I keep forgetting, and I use Amazon Prime all the time. Right, let's whoop some. Oh. Down you go. See there, that's a nice little example of how this combat system, when you get it right, it flows beautifully into those little combos there. I just wish it had a little bit more impact when you hit people. Alright, there we go. I might have to open a window in here, actually. It's hotter than I thought. I don't want to turn my aircon on. All you'll hear is my fan.
何のためにこの村を荒らしているんだ。
それは。
たく、への突っ張りにもならねえ奴らだぜ。痛い目に遭いたいようだな。
I agree, Vivi. That darts theme is a bit weird in terms of its placement.
お前なんざ30秒で潰してやる。
Good old Yang Lang, who we found earlier this year, had a Dreamcast model, which was awesome. I'll come to the chat in a minute with some of the questions there. Oh, I didn't want to do that, but never mind. Now, I can see the complaints here. I was winning that fight blatantly, and I'm going to lose this. Whereas, obviously, in Shenmue 1, you had two elements for Chai, for example. And in Shenmue 2, you had lots of different paths that you could go down if you won or lost, depending on what happened in the fight. I can see James and Clunky have answered the question around the trailer, video, etc. Not yet. Yeah, Vivi, Yang Langer's Dreamcast and also Elder, yeah, it was a big thing that was. Like, how far they've got with this is mental. I'd love to see what they've got in the archive somewhere.
いえ、俺は大丈夫です。
あなたは
遠心さんを訪ねてきました。
遠心を息子は
30 more seconds in the Landy fight.
まさか遠心さんもさらわれたんですか？
さらわれた？いいえ、息子は牧船に。
牧船。
That is true, Village. They did use a lot of Shenmue 2 music. More than you think, actually.
そうですか。よかった。
何かあったんですか？
エンさんが姿を消したんです。
エンさんが？エンシンはエンさんのもとで弟子として働いていました。エンさんが姿を消して、あんなゴロツキが息子を探しに来るなんて、一体何があったのか。
もし何か分かったら知らせに来ます。
お願いします。
To be fair, the Landy confrontation in this game is quite good. Like, take out the henchman bit. The actual sort of the fight into the final cutscene where he does that kick over his arm is fantastic. One of the best choreographed scenes in this game for me. Underrated, absolutely criminally underrated, actually. So, GG, it's a difficult one because I think there's some parts of the licensing arrangement with this that allow them to use some bits of the Sega IPs, like the Virtual Fighter posters. The fighting engine, I think, is probably more down to there's some technical things in terms of to use the original engine and put it in Unreal. I think would have been a hell of a lot of work anyway, and it wouldn't have just gone over and worked. There'd have been work to sort that out. And then with the modern Virtual Fighter engine, clearly Sega were doing something with it and maybe didn't want to license it out. And I don't know whether they would have had the money to license it anyway. So there's that element. I think they also wanted to redesign the fighting system in 3 to make it more accessible. Because that was one of the criticisms of the Virtual Fighter engine from the original games. But that's where we are with that. Hey, K&K, welcome in. So that's the thing. Rio was never going to beat Landy. He's not anywhere close. What I think the biggest one of the criticisms of 3 is they don't display the threats of these martial artists very well at beating Rio. Had they done that, I think it wouldn't feel quite as off, to put it in that perspective, I guess. Right, let's do a bit of arcade gaming as we're here. To answer the question, there's no law reason. It's a bit weird that they didn't really help, especially when there's a lot of grandmasters in the village. It's just game logic. A bit of a weird one, if I'm honest. Excuse me. Right, let's do a bit of whack-a-mole, or wacky-mole as they call it here. Good old whack-a-mole. First stage, this is always quite slow. When you get through it, it gets really tough. There we are. Nice little introduction here before all hell starts breaking loose in the later levels of this game. Now it's getting a little bit harder. I do have to say, I like the arcade games in 3 generally. I know people miss the Sega ones, but I quite enjoy these. They're good fun. I'll answer the questions in chat in a minute. I want to see how far I can get. Doing alright at the moment. Well, there's the high score. I think I pulled that back just. Oh, I missed one. Damn it. Damn. That's annoying. Street Sega, we should play with a dance mat. I tell you what, if I play it with a dance mat, I will probably go flying into the shells behind me. It would just be game over. Be interested in VR, actually. Very interested to play this in VR, like proper VR, not like modded VR, like real VR would be awesome. Hey, Survival Spheres, welcome in. Didn't think I saw you earlier. Welcome. Let's go and do a bit of QTE title. They made this a lot harder in this game. Boop, 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 boop. Right, here we go. It's the fucking fake outs on this that do me in. Ah! I cocked that up. There we go. Yeah, we're in a bit of a flag. Got away with that one. No! Hey, Peter, welcome in. 1, 2, 3. Flipping fake outs on this, it'll have me. Flipping fake out there almost did me then. Ah, not bad. Not bad, not bad. We'll take that. Pretty good. One little detail I like there is the reflection of the score on the top of the cabinet there. Small village couldn't afford Sega games. Yeah, that's a good point. See, Virtua Fighter 3 poster. Alright, let's carry on. Ah, get out of the way. There we go. Alright, let's go over to the old Hermit's Nest. So one thing I hope they saw on PC potentially is sort of the loading. So as you sort of move across certain areas, there's bits of stutter. I'd also like to see sort of the game loading more vegetation from further away, because I think on a PC you could certainly do that.
誰だ？
There we go.
葉月と言います。エンさんの家のシェンファの知り合いです。
シェンファの？
話を
Bloody
聞きた
window
い
in
ん
a
で
minute.
す。
I'm
開
roasted
けてもらえ
here.
ませんか？
いや、ダメだ。
How did? I was going to see if we
俺は
trended.
ここに隠れてる限り何も心配ない。
そうですか。わかりました。今日は帰ります。シェンファの家に帰ってこのことを話すか。
Right. Let's have a quick look on X on my phone. And we'll carry on. Sorry guys, just want to check if we've trended or not. MasterChef's trending. Making me hungry. Not that I've seen yet. But we trended earlier in the day, which is good. Let's carry on. I love it when it rains in this game. And the ground goes all sort of shiny and muddy. Oh, we've got another trend on Blue Sky about 12 minutes ago as well. Brilliant. Right, let's play a bit more of the arcade, I think. That's not an arcade, that's a drunken panda. I'm clearly drunk going into the wrong place. Right, let's go for a bit of Highway Star.
やってみるか。
They do a bit. Maybe that's something they can do. Right, see how we get on here. Again, this is based off of a real game. I think we had a post about it on our socials. Like one of those old sort of mechanical arcade games from back in the day. Which clearly I'm not very good at. Been put on my desk. We're doing alright. We're getting away from the police here, but am I going to get away with this or not? Because it speeds up like anything. Come on. No! We might do some capsule hunting actually. We haven't done any of that today. He's catching me. This is going to be tight, I reckon. Come on. Come on. There we go. Hey, Abdullah, welcome in.
よし。最後まで逃げ切った。続けるか。
To answer the question, Abdullah, I don't know. I haven't seen anything we trended this morning, which is good. I'm just going to put something on charge on my computer. 2 seconds. And then we will carry on. It's quite nice having a breeze in here. I might have to open the door. Bloody computers. They pump out heat like anybody's business. Great in the winter. Love it in the winter. But it's autumn, it's a little bit warm. Let alone the summer. Right, there we go. Sorted. Let's carry on. So let's go buy some capsules or something. Let's have a look at what we've got. So what ones have we got here? Don't like any of them. I love the rain. I love that. And I love the atmosphere it gives. You can see like the shine on the ground. Love that. That I know it's sad. I love that. Yes, James is on a train home, Abdullah. He's been sorting out his visa for Japan over in Edinburgh today, so this is why I'm flying solo. We were thinking of doing a stream next Friday night, actually. I've got to clear it with the wife first, of course. But that was the thing we were talking about behind the scenes of doing another stream on a Friday night. Chill stream, play some Shenmue 2 when we're going to carry on with the Fang Mei birthday scenes and just have a bit of a nice time. Now, here's a question for the community as we're talking Shenmue 3 Enhanced. They talked about the potential of doing a collector's edition, which I think is a no-brainer. I think they're doing one for Simon the Sorcerer anyway. They gave James and I a sample of the art book and the soundtrack they're doing for that. What would you want to see in a Shenmue 3 collector's edition for the enhanced version from Inin? I'm just interested. Any new fan games in the works? Not to my knowledge. Try to think. No. Oh, stop giving me Chen Guizhang. Damn it. Nazumi? This game doesn't like me. Heaven's Lighter, replica mirrors. I'd love replica mirrors. Like, full size. I've got some behind me, but I'd love some official replica mirrors. I think they would sell loads. I think a lot of people are saying mirrors, which I think would be sick. Enhanced Shenmue 1 and 2, yeah, I'd love that. Why Shenmue 1 and 2 isn't on Switch? Talk to Sega. It's a very strange decision from my point of view. I'm getting annoyed with this now. I rolled it on top bowl and some dice. Is that you're going to go hustling clunky? Is that why? Yes, Reclaiming the Path is in the works and Idris's Games. I can't remember the name. I'm really sorry. Inin Games brand capsule toy machine. Oh, that's cool. I like that idea. Replica notebooks spanning 1 to 3. An art book. A passport disc of 1. So a bit more modern. Could do. Ah! Anyway. Yes, the Shenmue 3 Pix and Love art book is brilliant. And I think, Vivi, you mentioned that some of the artworks we released were actually in that art book, which is insane, isn't it? Let's do a bit of hail toss. Right, let's go. So I'm not very good at pale toss. Whee, there we go. Agony Mode 1, and rather than put more money into Shenmue 4 rather than trinkets, I'd love them to do that. I think they need to generate the sales to get a Shenmue 4, which is obviously where we're all sort of aiming for. Ah! I'm not getting that then, am I? It's just fallen off the bloody thing. Oh, I got pineapple. As I say, it's a weird decision they made not putting it on Switch, unless there's some technical reason. Small book of new arts from Kenji Miyawaki. I'd love that. Yeah, and he did do the artwork for the LP set that Limited Run Games put together, and the CD set as well, which is just behind me. I don't know, Abdullah. There must be something else going on there. Whether there's a technical issue that means they can't do it as well, I don't know. What the point there of James is making is the fact that, and I do agree with this, if the right things are put in the collector's edition, it will drive sales. Now for Clunky, we're going to place and roll it on top.
サイコロか。
上でやったりいかがですか。どうぞどうぞ。何枚かけますか。では私から。
Ooh. Is the game bugged out on me? I think I found a bug. I did.
沖のまだまだ。
Let's try again.
どうぞどうぞ。では私から。
Ah, it's bugging out on me randomly. How strange. I wonder what's causing that? Sorry, Clunky, it's bugged out on me.
沖の毒まだまだ。
またお
Very
待ちしてますよ。
We'll do some Flowerbird, Wind and Moon. Hey, Street Hawk fan, welcome. Hope you're doing well. All good here.
これは
You see how roll on. You throw the dice. Is it going to stop it bugging out on me? Right.
よし。
Right, where are we going? Go here.
ここだ。
入るわよ。
The scribe called it Moon, and I've gone Moon as well. Oh, you son of a bitch.
鳥ね。悪い。もう一つ。
God, we'll do another one.
悪いけど。
よし。
課長風月。
Go
どれに
Moon
かけ
again,
る
you bugger.
入るわよ。
Doing time-wise. Ah, plenty of time. Hey, there we go.
好きね。あらやだ。
I needed that. I'd like
勝負。
splashed out half my flipping tokens. Alright, let's do a bit of turtle racing.
カメレース。
やあ兄さん、ハッカソン名物。
You ever knock the pails over during... Yes, I do. I knocked one over and actually just doing it.
どれだけかけ
It's
る
annoying if you're after something specific, because then you're like, well, I can't get it now.
どのか
Right, which turtle
ハ
will
ッカ
it
ソンで
be?
一攫千金を狙うならこのカメレースしかないよ。
We're gonna go blue. 2, 1, go. Come on, blue. Let's do this. There we go. Go on, blue. Come on, you got this. You got this. I want my tokens. do like turtle racing. It's a bugger though for your hands. We've got a good lead though. We're doing all right. We're doing all right. Oh, we're nearly there. Yes.
やったね兄さん。勝ったよ。もう一回どう？
また
It does. It's hard work.
いやー兄さん、遊んでってよ。
Right, let's keep going. Another drink. If I was being a betting man, Abdullah, I would say that's too early. Just from my perspective. Could be wrong. Could be very wrong.
失礼です。
いや、
やっぱり仕事を探しによ
I
そ
forgot
か
about
ら来たん
this
です。
side quest.
そうで
See
す
if I can
実はお近づきになりたいけど、あなたのように強
はあ、
その子って言った。
I'll help and then ignore you.
ありがとう。まずは僕みたいな。
そうですか。
Let's go back to Shenhua's house. Oh, I need the caffeine to keep going.
Shenhua,
何りょう。
ボクセンへ行って遠心さんと少し話したんだ。
そう。遠心さんが無事でよかった。それで父のことは？
そこまでは聞けなかった。
え？
遠心さんはすごく怯えていて、ドアも開けてもらえなかったんだ。
そうだったの。
Winter 25.
親父さんのことは何もわからないままだ。
うん。
ゴロツキを捕まえることもできない。
りょう。
手がかりも見つからない。一体どうすればいいんだ。
落ち着いて、りょう。焦っても何もいいことはない。
シェンファー。
少し考え
Excuse
よう。
me.
え？
父が言っていた。うまくいかないときは今までの考えを全部捨てて
10-day
違う
release
方
winter.
からものを見ろと。
親父さんが？
Would be a cool Christmas present. Shenmue 3
今はきっと
enhanced.
その時。
Cool.
そうか。また遠心さんを訪ねてみるよ。落ち着いたら親父さんのことを聞けるかもしれない。
うん。
Where's she gone? Let's go and talk to Shenhua. These are some of the best conversations in the series, in my opinion. God, 25 years. That's mad, isn't it? Don't know what we're going to do for the celebration of it, but we'll see.
何りょう。
ひとまず遠心さんは大丈夫だ。
ボクセンにいれば遠心さんも安心。奥まったところにある集落だし、人の出入りもあまりないから。
ああ。シェンファー。
どうしたのりょう。
またボクセンへ遠心さんを訪ねてみるよ。
うん。
James, remind me, in the interview you did last, you mentioned the tapestry, didn't you? And there was an explanation for it? I can't quite
どう
remember.
したの？
またボクセン。
落ち着いたら。
ああ。
Let's get Rio to bed and see where we're at. Shenmue 2 for Christmas along with the first Xbox, spent the night playing. Good times on the old Xbox. Let's get a new save in here. Not a million saves in here, so that's fine. I'd need to check the interview again. I can't remember the exact wording, but I do vaguely remember what you're saying, James. We're going to get one of my favourite scenes in the whole of this game very shortly.
りょう、少し用事があるので先に出かけます。後で三星星へ来て。
三星線。これが三星線への地図だな。
It's a shame they changed it up. Do love that view. Let's have a wander over. See what we've got going over here. Let's go for a jog. Actual fact, let's go train with Wei Zen as well if she's there. Let's go talk to her. We've got to talk to that bloke anyway.
ちょっといいかな。
私ですか？何でしょう？
聞きたいことが。付き合ってる人は。
いません。
じゃあ。
一応は本当に嬉しいです。でも。
いや、俺は。
その手合わせしてもらえませんか？恋人は私より強くなきゃ嫌なんです。
ああ、わかった。
Right, let's go and kick her a bit. We get this. There we go. Ooh.
これが葉月さんの技。何の
？There we go.
強いですね。手も足も出ませんでしたけど、ありがとうございました。とっても勉強になりました。本当に嬉しいです。
いや、俺は実はある人から頼まれて。ごめん。
私の方こそとんだ早とちりで。でも自分で告白できない人なんてどんなに素敵でも私は興味が持てません。
すまない。
また。
It might do. Luang might come back in.
ああ、わかった。
Right, let's carry on. Might do some fishing in this stream actually. So ring out. I will say, once you get yourself like trained up, the stamina's not that much of an issue for me at least. I do agree with you. I think we should have got more with Wei Zen in the game. I know we use her in Battle Rally, which is cool, but yeah, I would like more time with a lot of the characters in 3 if we're being honest. Hey, Jonathan, welcome. There we go. I love this scene.
Shenmue.
りょう、ここは私の好きな場所。何かあった時にはいつもここに来る。木は私を守ってくれる。
This game needed more moments like this for me.
岩尾
今岩尾と岩尾は俺の親父です。
そうじゃったか。それにしてもよく似ておる。
親父を知ってるんですか？この傷は
昔岩尾が聖剣好きの練習でつけた傷じゃ。
親父が
Yeah, I believe he confirmed there was more than one.
岩尾は元気でおるか？
親父は殺されたんです。横須賀の道場に蘭亭というやつが来て。
蘭亭が？
蘭亭を知ってるんですか？
ああ、蘭亭の名は張龍尊、張孫明の息子じゃ。
張孫明の息子。この写真を。
I'll answer the question in a second, Jonathan. I just like this. I love this scene.
若き日の岩尾と張孫明に間違いない。岩尾と張孫明はここで共に修行を積み、技を交換し合ったものじゃ。
蘭亭は親父が張孫明を殺したと言っていた。俺には信じられない。
人を殺めるような男ではないことはわしが一番知っておる。万願寺を訪ねてみなさい。住職が岩尾のことを覚えているかもしれない。
りょう、
シェンファー、万願寺って。
万願寺はこの村に古くからあるお寺。
どこにあるんだ？
広場の方へ戻って鐘楼の先へ行ったところ。
そうか。
りょう、私はもう少しここにいるから。
ああ、俺は万願寺へ行く。
So, Vivi, I completely agree with you. I'd love more scenes that just tell us a bit more about Awao and what he was doing. You get a couple from Grandmaster's son, don't you? But that isn't... You don't get a lot, and I'd like more. Jonathan, do I believe Shenmue 3 Enhanced is like the Kickstarter for Shenmue 4? Oh, excuse me. To answer the question, I do think it's going to have a massive impact on whether we get a Shenmue 4 or not. What I do think people need to probably understand is Shenmue 3 Enhanced is not going to sell 1 million copies. It's just not. Because it's essentially an enhanced version of a 6-year-old game, which sold enough that it definitely made a bit of money, but not a lot of money. But if it can sell, in my head, and I don't know this for a fact, this is just what I'm thinking, 100,000, 200,000 copies is a good result. Anything above that is fantastic. They make a good amount of money on this. Combine it with the sales from 3 originally, then you might be in a ballpark to go back, well, we've got a market for Shenmue 4 and we can get a budget for Shenmue 4. If this doesn't do well, if Shenmue 3 Enhanced doesn't do well, we're done, in my opinion. Like, I really think the stakes are that high, and I've said it a few times. But we just have to see what happens. But I think, personally, it's going to have a massive impact on whether we get a 4 or not. If this does really well, then I think the negotiating table is very much open. If it doesn't, I think we've got a big, big problem, and I think we're in trouble. Yeah. Hopefully that answers the question. Not to be negative, of course. We're positive about Shenmue and the future of the series, but that's just where I stand on it. Now, have we got time for some fishing, or am I too late? And we'll look at some of the messages in the temple as well. I've got the fishing tournament.
お客さん、
釣りたい。
私がルールは優勝者に
はあ、
どうだい？
Yeah, go on, let's join it.
参加し。
ありがとう。競技は12時開始で、
3時間。
ところで釣り
No,
具を
not
借
at
り
all.
に来たんじゃない
Glad
の
I
か
could answer that.
レンタルなんですか？
そうだよ。始めた釣り。さあ。
That Vivi, I don't know. That's something we can try and ask. Gonna grind 1,000 fish? No, I am not. But
これを
I don't know if it counts towards sale. It might do,
魚マークのとこで釣れるからね。
but
あちこちにあるから
who knows?
探してみなよ。
I think what Shenmue 3 Enhanced will do, sort of off the back of the comment, is obviously get people on Xbox who haven't played it yet come through, and on Switch. It's just whether that's enough. Because to get new players in, I think you'd need some fundamental changes, potentially. Not to say that you can't with what's going on. But at the same time, I do think it's a challenge. But one I do think ININ are really up for, and one that they really want this to do well. They really want this to succeed, and are putting in a lot of care and attention to it, and are very much listening to the community, which is good. In essence, do you think, depending on the sales, we'll get a game, or do you think something else like a comic, a short film? What's your opinion on that? To answer the question there, I do think if sales were a bit lower, but were enough to do like a novel or something, I do think that could be on the table. I think then what gets called into question there is whether WiseNet want to do it and end things that way, or put things into a novelised form. So it could happen, but from a WiseNet perspective, and I'm talking for them, I don't know this, is that they've always wanted to finish it in game form unless there was no other option. So it could be that if this didn't do well, that then becomes the only option to finish this, and then we get some sort of manga, comic, film, whatever it needs to be. I don't know, but I would hope we get enough to make a game. That's what we all want. That's what the community wants, is a game.
ここで釣れるな。
And I know there's this whole argument around remake or not remake 1 and 2. There is a market out there for remakes and remasters. Sega have even said themselves they like to target markets that have a niche, that are wanting to grow and are vocal. So I do think Sega could also get involved if they wanted to and really help things out. Whether they do or not, I don't know. There is very much a split in the community between a remake, a remaster, remake, and pushing for 4. I think my view is push for 4. If we get a remake or remaster, great, we go for it. But I do think, really, 3 Enhanced is vital to the end, vital to anything we're going to get in terms of the series going forward. Just because this is, at the end of the day, it's an option to make money. And do I think a 10 to 15 hour DLC would be a good way to end things? A good idea? Maybe, but it depends how rushed it would be, because we're only, I think, 40% of the way through the story. So there's a lot they need to cover. You look at the chapter cards, there's a lot to cover there that we haven't had. So maybe. I'd like episodic, something that we've discussed at length in sort of in these streams in the past. Some people got quite upset at me about that, but I do think episodic could be a way to go, potentially, and make a bit of money. But we'll have to see. Bloody fish, come on. Well, that wasn't worth the effort. 1,000 to 15,000. 1,500 hour DLC. Oh, you know, why not? Right, let's get some more fish. Definitely not anywhere near that Not leaving this planet till Shenmue 4 and 5 are realised. I love that. Come on, you bugger. There we go, that's better. I do like the fishing in this game, even though it's destroying my thumb right now. Again, not worth the bloody effort. At least we're getting some money, I guess. I do want the series to move forward. I think that's the ideal situation, but do you get new people in and can you make the market justifiable by doing that? That's the question, isn't it? That's the million-dollar question that hasn't really been answered yet. Well, this one's given me a bit more of a fight, which is good, I guess. Wasn't good either. Alright, the thing is, people have got a discounted rate. People said it could be the biggest revenue. I can understand the point. I do get the point. But I think if you offer it, it's still... I mean, I'm going to buy them anyway, like collector's editions and things anyway. I think what they're thinking is giving that upgrade path is an easy way to generate some revenue. But I don't want them. I don't know what the numbers are on any of it. Unfortunately, I wish I did. Yeah, I did see that the fish weight there. Come on. That's a whopper. There we go. I'm going to stop things there. My thumb is killing me. A bit muddy. Better than a kick in the face. Okay, just get a thumbstick for this. Right, let's go and carry on. I think that's also what they're going on, what James has mentioned there. If loads of people have bought Shenmue 3 in a sale, it's then like, wow, I can chuck like another tenner at it and get like an upgrade for a PC or PS5. Because you've got to think it's been on sale a lot. People got it on Epic for free at one point. So there's lots of copies out there. So if you say you've got 1 million copies out there now, a lot of them were, you know, good proportion would have been sold at a discounted rate. But then if you get that through and get, say, half of that through on an upgrade path, you make a fair bit of money. Now, that's obviously numbers I'm pulling out of thin air. But there we go. GG, because they just signed an exclusivity deal with Microsoft. That was it, unfortunately.
和
Just
樹岩尾という男を
stupid
覚えています
decision
か
in my mind, but Microsoft needed stuff, and they probably got a good lot of money for it.
岩尾は俺の親父です。
どうも初めて会った気がしないと思ったら。
父がこの村にいた時のことで何か知っていることがあったら教えてもらえませんか？
あれはもう
Notifications while
20
I'm
年
at it.
ほど前のこと
If PS2 got it, I don't think we'd have been in this
遠く
position,
日本から武
frankly.
者修行に来た若者が仲間とここでそれは熱心に練習をしていました。
これを。
ああ、この人もいました。
They did well for that,
岩
for
尾という
sealed
青
limited
年
edition.
はよくこの人と一緒に
100k net, that's pretty
こ
good.
こに来てい
Good
ま
price.
した。名前は確か超聡明と。
この二人がその後どうなったか知りませんか？
Doing time wise.
それがある日突然寺に来なくなってしまったのです。一体何が
Find the Saturn. We'll look for the Saturn, don't worry.
村で見かけることもなくなりました。
他に知っていることは何かありませんか？
ああ、そう。
We'll look at the emas as well in the temple.
るはず。
It's part of this.
エマですか？
探してきましょう。
お願いします。
Some odd decisions have been made around Shenmue. I stand by it. Shenmue Online's one of them. Weird decision. Weird decision. Hey, Nahum Dyer, welcome in.
はい。
Yeah, I don't know. Some weird decisions have been made around Shenmue. Some very baffling decisions as well. Like just stuff that doesn't make any sense. Let's go and have a look for our Sega Saturn. Can't remember what drawer it's in now, but we'll have a look around anyway. Move scrolls. I wish you could pick them up and nick them. Not very Wood-esque though, is it, I guess? I think they're in. Is that in here? Approximately $20 million was spent on Shenmue Online, from what I understand, Sean, and that could have been spent on Shenmue 3. Why? Just Sega chasing trends. Sega have this bad habit of trend chasing, and it not always paying off. As I say, it's some weird decisions been made by Sega. New Blu-ray for the anime, that's just stupid. Like, free money. I'd buy hundreds of them. It's just, I can't understand it. There's the Saturn.
これは
Seeing Ryo in Shinobi's cool. Really cool. I'm glad they've done something like that, and they'd have had to get permission for that as well. So that means Sega would have been like, yeah, go on then. It doesn't really hurt them to do something like that.
これは花橋か？古いものだな。これは
Yeah, it did. Sort of around 2004, I want to say it was announced. This is around that sort of early MMORPG craze. Like World of Warcraft was really going for it.
この人たちは一体誰なんだ？
And Sega wanted a piece of the pie. There was a beta released, but no idea whatever happened to it. Everybody has that beta, let me know.
この写真は
It's tied up in litigation as well. Because I've spoke to a few people who worked on the project, and they won't ever go on the record about it. They're scared of litigation that happened between JC Entertainment and Sega when Sega moved it away from them, because Yu Suzuki was pissed at the quality of the game. I moved it to Sega China at the time, and it never released, basically. Complete clusterfuck of a mess.
皇帝の使いがなぜハッカソンに。
さあそれ以上のことは。
この写真を
Hey Rich, good evening. Welcome in.
写真を岩尾のこのあなたを信じてあげましょう。どうぞお持ちなさい。
ありがとうございます。必ずお返しします。
Honestly, they're worried about it, so I don't know what happened behind the scenes, but it's mental.
日本語で書いてあるので、私にはさっぱりわかりませんが。
Reference to Rio's mother there.
あの写真をシェンファに見せよう。 いい願いだ。
Let's have a look at some of
いいの
these.
か？それで。いいのか？これ。いろいろあるな。切実だな。いろいろあるな。いろいろあるな。 切実だな。
Lol.
笑っちゃいけないな。いろいろあるな。願いか？これ。そんなこともあるのか。いい願いだ。
There are some messages from fans, but I think they're in the other section behind.
願いか？これ。願いか？これ。いろいろあるな。叶うといいな。いい願いだ。
See, here we are. So these are the messages, some of the messages from fans. I think there's some more as well. Tronald Dump. There we go. And that's what, Vivi, I get. And it's something that I've always found very confusing as to why they didn't. But, and I don't want to sound like I'm calling things out here, but I do wonder whether they realised that was needed. The writing team around 3, I think, needed some support from somebody or people who understood the lore and understood what we were looking for in terms of a story with Shenmue 3. I know that's arrogant, potentially, of me to say that. But given what we've got, and I like Shenmue 3, but the story is lacking, and we all know that. So that would be my view on that. And with the 4, I would hope that they have somebody or the community involved or some element of the community involved to help with that story and just keep things, get continuity right and make sure certain things are answered in a good way. Let's work out where we're going to go. Time we actually as well. Oh, we're doing all right. Let's do a bit of wood chopping. Choppy chop chop.
すいません。
なんじゃ。
Spit some wood.
薪割りやらせてください。
おお。
Excuse me. There we are. Getting old. I'd like to be not too old to play Shenmue 4 when it comes out.
そうじゃ。おお。
Right, let's see how we go on here.
良いぞ。
Ah!
うん。よし。おお。よし。
Poor.
おお。見事じゃ。
There we go.
よし。良いぞ。よし。見事じゃ。おお。あいや。うん。よし。見事じゃ。よし。おお。見事じゃ。よし。
Ah, fantastic. Welcome in the Demon 1238. I saw Let's Get Shenmue 4 with 7,230 posts. That is the biggest result today. Thank you very much for letting us know because I hadn't seen anything this evening. That is amazing. Hopefully that creeps up overnight and we hit that 10,000 posts. So again, a fantastic result to the Shenmue community. Again, insane work, guys. Well done, everyone. And thank you, Demon, for popping that in here. And if it's not in the Discord, pop it on the forums. That would be amazing. Let's talk to this tool. Boom. ボンボン。
どうでした？イチンさんに話は聞く。
まあ少しは。
彼氏はいましたか？
一応でも。
Thank you, Rich, for the £15 super chat. Much appreciated. Yeah, awesome, man. Thank you so much. Pint for match. Maybe not London prices. Maybe not prices around here as well, if I'm being honest with you. It's insane for a pint these days. Thank you so much for the super chat, though, all the same. Much, much appreciated.
やっぱり無理な相談です。
そうです。
仕事も見つからないし。
はあ。
そんな顔しないでください。
すみません。
Right, let's go and talk to Wei Zen. Finish this a little bit off. Surrounding Stoke. Joe, many years ago, I went out in Sunderland. My friend went to uni there. And you could get a treble vodka and Coke from... and it was normal Coke, like legitimate, like Coca-Cola. They got it out of the bottle. £1. Treble vodka and Coke was £1. Weatherspoons, like, was dirt cheap. We were paying, like, I think... 80p for a vodka and Coke in Weatherspoons, like madness. Like, but now it's insane. Like 15 quid would be a night out up there back then.
ちょっといいかな。
また来てくれたんですか？
いや、俺は。
分かってます。でも、お手合わせしていただけて本当に嬉しかったです。お礼に受け取ってもらえませんか？我が家に古くから伝わる
いいのか。
葉月さんに家に置い
そうか、ありがとう。ん？
よかったら。
え？あ、
Do a bit of sparring again. Prices just go through the bloody roof, aren't they? Pound a pint days. Mad at it. You could go out on 20 quid, get absolutely bladdered, and it'd be great, and no one would care. But now it's 20 quid, you get about 2 drinks. Back in my uni days, £8 all you could drink. Oh my word. 8 quid. I can imagine Landy would be difficult because of the details on his robe, for one. I say that because I asked to get a Landy Funko Pop made, but the people said to me they couldn't do it because of the detailing on his robe. Because a Funko isn't that big, it needed more space. There we go.
ありがとうございました。とってもまた
あ、
よろしく。
Excellent. Yep, Rio stole her. Good old Rio, the ladies' man that he is. Right, let's keep running. Where are we running to? Play a bit of lucky hit. I fancy a bit of lucky hit. 3D printing's gone insane. Some of the stuff's really, really good. Hopefully you can make a Landy. Weekly shop is now 60. Welcome in, Shenmue Made Studios. Idris, welcome. It's more than that for us now. I remember when we first moved in together, we were paying about 40 quid for a weekly shop. Insane now. Absolutely insane. We've been living together 9 years. Yeah, 9 years.
ここにもあるのか。
はい。
It's absolute madness. And you spend 80 quid on a shop, you get bugger all for your money these days. It's a bit like... Let's see where we're at. Come on. Oh, you bugger.
ここでもう一回。よし、台を選んでくれ。どれだけ。
Kwong's rigged the game, yeah. Come on, come on. Yes. Give me my tokens. Well, let's see if roll it on top will work this time or not. What do we reckon?
上でや。どうぞどうぞ。何枚か。では私から。
Hey, it's bugged out still. There's a problem here. I'm gutted. I want to play that. Bastard.
お、まだまだ。
また
お待ちして。
Do 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 do. Keep going for probably another 15 minutes or so before I round us off for the evening. Joys of having work tomorrow means I've got to get up nice and bright and early. But at least it's Friday tomorrow, which is always good. Get into the weekend. What's the point? Some of these moves in here and do a bit of training with them. Most of these have been mastered, but that's... Off to Munich. I wonder how limited run games feel about the 3 enhancement. Well, I think Josh should be all over it. He loves it. He wants more Shenmue like everybody else. Any news on Air Twister Collector's Edition shipping? Your guess is as good as mine, K&K, on that one. Apparently this year. It's been 2 bloody years since I've fucking ordered mine, but we will. Rio having a nice slide around. Whee! I wanted to say it was 19 days, GG, but I could be wrong. I love that combo, it looks really cool. Bit slow there, but that's fine. I do like some of these little combos, they work really well. Excellent. We'll carry on. Let's go back to Shenhua's house. And while that's going, let's see if I can get hold of this.
ずいぶん古いもののようだ。皇帝の使いがハッカソンを訪れた時のものだと住職が言っていた。この旗とこの鏡を見てくれ。
同じ模様。父の採掘場にあったものも同じ。父を探す手がかりになるかもしれない。
花橋のことを詳しく知っている人はいるのか？
ヨーばあさんなら知っているかもしれない。
ヨーばあさん。
村人のために薬を作ってくれるおばあさんよ。広場の近くに住んでいる。
よし、明日ヨーばあさんに聞いてみよう。うん。
Let's have a chat with her.
シェンファー。
何？
明日は、何か手がかりが。
ええ。
シェンファー、
何りょう。
ヨウっておばあさんは医者なのか？
このようばあさんは。
そうか、医者がいない。
だから
So this is interesting because in 2 she references picking herbs for medicine and an elderly lady makes medicine in the village. It's her.
何りょう。
とにかく
父につな。
Let's go. Save it again. Another save slot. Yeah, if you use a Shenmue 1 save, you can end up there really. Hey, Sego65, welcome in, first time chat. Hope you're doing well. Joining us towards sort of the end-ish of proceedings tonight. Maguire has just subscribed using Amazon Prime. Thank you so much for the sub over on Twitch. Much appreciated. And happy Shenmue Day. Well, we have trended over on X with over 7,000 posts. I'm just waiting for a screen grab of that to confirm it all. But we've trended again. This is 17 months in a row, which is fantastic. And we've trended across the day over on Blue Sky as well, with some very interesting other hashtags trending with it. I will leave that there for people to have a look at themselves, because this is a PG stream. Don't worry, you can still tweet now if you like. Not a problem. Let's go. I recognise the name Sedgeflower now you mention it. I'm going to do a little bit of sparring. And then I'm going to go to the village and I will see where we're at time-wise. Probably cool things just around there. It's alright, people have lives, you know, things to do. It's not a problem. Fourth of October. I think it's a Friday or a Saturday as well, which is good. So we can go a bit later on and not having to get up for work in the morning, which would be lovely. Ah, that's poor. I don't know Vivi actually. I don't know if she does wander around the village. There we go, sure, it's a Saturday, so that's great. We can have a nice Saturday stream over the weekend. I like the weekend streams. Chat should be appearing on the screen. Is it not appearing on the stream? I can have a look on my phone very quickly. Let me have a quick look. Don't spar for a second. Let's just see what's going on. Just gonna mute myself. Yeah, it's there. It's on the stream. Don't know why. I don't know if that's a problem on your end, but I'll have to look into that later on. It's very unusual. Same with trying to cut veg. Yes, very bad. Very bad at it. I know on YouTube there's a slight delay, more than on Twitch, so that might be part of it, because it's obviously we do it through Restream. Yeah, 30 seconds behind. It's a bit of a bugger to... I don't know how you fix it, really, unless you stream directly to YouTube. But we want to stream to both, because we've got subscribers on both Twitch and YouTube.
聞きたいこと花橋ができた当時
花橋というたか
おばあさんなら知ってるだろうと
なぜじゃ
橋にまつわる話や昔のことを
そんな遠い
いや
お前帰って
お願いします
聞こえないお前さん
どうしても
帰って
失礼し他のお年寄りを当たるしかないか
Right. We're going to play one game of Pale Toss, and then I think I'm going to call things there for the evening. Because I've got to get up at flipping 5:30.
石投げか
バケツ石投げやるか
Let's give this a go.
毎度
Let's go for the... Damn it. Missed. Who was saying in the chat yellow's the best way to go? Ah. Not having that. Go again.
毎度
There we go. Excellent. Right, let's go for blue. Far too far. I find it really hard to aim the one at the back. Well, at least we got something out of it. I will take that.
また今度にします
了解
Let's save the game up. And I'll move us back. Save game. I'd love it to fix that horrible aiming line, or at least make it easier to see. But we'll leave things there, I think, so. Let me just close the game down. Let's shift us over to my other scene there as well. And sort out my mess of a desk while I'm at it. Right, and guys, I'm going to draw us to a close there. Obviously, thank you everybody who's come out for, again, a fantastic Shenmue day with hashtag Let's Get Shenmue 4 trending on X twice across the day with over 7,000 posts this evening, which is brilliant. And across on Blue Sky, we've trended across the day again. I say this every month. I'm going to say it again. Thank you to everybody in the Shenmue community who's come out, supported this, got behind it. Because I don't think Shenmue 3 Enhanced happens without it. And I definitely don't think a Shenmue 4 will happen without this as well. It's one of those things that I think if we're all behind it, I do think we are moving in the right direction. Now, I am going to reaffirm what somebody has asked in the chat earlier around Shenmue 3 Enhanced. I do think this success of Shenmue 3 Enhanced is going to have a massive impact on what we get in terms of Shenmue going forward. Get behind it, support it, wishlist it when it's ready. And I do think we can and will get a Shenmue 4 from this as long as we make this as much of a success as humanly possible. Now, a few of you said in the chat, see you in a month. Hopefully, we're going to see you a little bit sooner than that. So, the aim is that next Friday, James and I are going to be streaming again. We're going to stream some Shenmue 2. And we're going to go through Fang Mei's birthday. And James also can talk through his trip to Edinburgh. Edinburgh's a lovely city. Love it. I went for my wedding anniversary last year. Fantastic city. Would always recommend going there as well. And we're going to do Fang Mei's birthday all the same. So that is the aim for the rest of the month. We're going to do one more stream, back into the usual, then coming back on the 4th of October, which is a Saturday, where obviously we will get to aim to make the trend happen once more. That'll be 18 months in a row if we manage to get it in October, which again will be an awesome stretch. A year and a half is a bit of a big message. Surely someone's going to be paying attention right as well. But I'm going to give us the end of the stream here. Thank you to everybody. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and all the usual places you can find us. Don't forget, if you want to subscribe over on Twitch or YouTube and get your videos ahead of time, more than happy for you to do so. Any money that's raised just goes towards the running costs for the site and to the competitions that James and I put together as well. And the last thing to say is thank you to the Shenmue community, as always, for coming out, not just on the 4th, but every day, supporting this series and pushing us forward towards a Shenmue 4. I will take us out with Wish as normal, and I will be back with a video on Saturday, and hopefully see you next Friday night, guys. Take it easy, and I will see you all soon. Have a good one.
「通り過ぎる海へつながるほど潮の香り運ぶよ」「愛しさが優しい嘘つかせる」